You as a fiduciary, somebody who's got a special credential as a fiduciary, somebody who goes through extra continuing education, somebody who's on a board of an organization focused on promoting fiduciary principles. What do you think as a practitioner when you want to help a client and you're told you can't give that advice because they could sue us if you give them bad advice or something? Like, what is that?
That was for me, that was one of the most difficult things there is just seeing, you could see the writing on the wall and the negative things and how you're holding clients back and not being able to help them to the extent you could. It was unfortunate. But I mean, I'm just going to use the Roth conversion as a really good example because as a corporate environment, a corporate trustee, a corporate whatever,
Right.
it was all about risk management. Don't even kind of put yourself in a position, just send them over to the proper people. But like, I would have clients like, I knew that you have these massive IRAs. You need tax planning. You need to do Roth conversions. I know that you need to do this. So I would actually help them and coordinate calls with their CPAs, trying to kind of like be the bridge to be able to make it happen. But
Yeah.
I was not allowed to actually be able to kind of assist with that or do anything with that. But they would, and I honestly, like, if they, I mean, if they hear this, they're going to be like, you did what? So it was just a huge, huge negative thing to do any of that. They didn't want us to take part in any of that. Send them over to the attorney, send them over to the CPA. Your job is done here, period.
Yeah, and like I said, that's not. I would not cast any shade on that particular organization. I think
Yeah.
that's 99% of the organizations in our industry compartmentalize everything that, here's, and that's why we always talk to clients about, or anybody listening to this podcast, reading the contract and understanding the scope of work, because within that contract or scope of work, or the disclosures that you're provided by whoever you're engaging for planning is going to be the limitations of where they say, look, this is
Yeah.
really where we live, because the concern is if we give you tax advice and it doesn't go well, you could come back and sue us. And one of the things that I really think organizations are saying in general, I don't know anything about the organization where you came from, but organizations in general are saying is, we don't train people on that stuff.
Yep.
We can't back the advice they're giving. So therefore, they're not allowed to give you advice on it, which comes back to the definition of a financial planner.